It doesn't make sense that we are resisting even Allah talking to us. And the most that we need to pay attention to is when He talks to us when we are about to make a serious decision. And that's why serious decisions ought not to be made under duress, when you're angry or when you are stressed out. Those decisions are kept for wiser heads and for bigger hearts, not for anybody impulsive like a child. You have to mature. You have to treat yourself as a mature, responsible adult, which is different. Don't give yourself licenses to do what is wrong and ask people to accept you. And many of us say, accept me for who I am. That is wrong. We're supposed to be changing every day to do something better and to be better people. But if we don't do that, then what's going to happen? What's going to happen is we're going to be swept by the pleasures of things that we like, and the shaitan will have a field day with us. He'll tell you right, you go right, tell you left, you go left, and you're lost. You're lost. So brothers and sisters, let us go back to the initial hadith that we started with. Indeed, there is a part of this body. If it is righteous and pure and good, the entire body will be righteous and good. That is our heart. In essence, the Prophet is pointing to us that if your heart really, if you have your heart at the right place, at the right time, with the right tuning, it is attentive to what is important, then everything else will work accordingly. Your soul will respond, your conscience will be alive, but you have to connect your heart to Allah. And this is where the hadith Qudsi comes in, that your heart is the only place that has been able to accommodate Allah with His greatness and majesty. That is your faith in Him, your trust in Him, your reliance on Him, your love of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala should supersede everything else. This is the only time when we can say, "O Allah, we have submitted to you." قالوا أسلمنا. Aslamna means what? We have submitted to you. Our heart is in your hands. Our soul is in your hand. Our spirit is in your hand. Our conscience is listening and alert to whatever guidance you want to inspire me with. I am in receipt of your guidance. That is submission. Otherwise, it's a claim. May Allah make us all the true Muslims He loves. الحمد لله وكفى والصلاة والسلام على عباده الذين اصطفى وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له وأشهد أن سيدنا مولانا محمدا عبده ورسوله وبعد. Would you please, brothers, fill all the spaces next to you, in front of you, so that others can come in. جزاكم الله خيرا. Move right or left or forward to make space for everybody. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala made promises in the Quran. And many of us remember those promises, especially when times are hard. But Allah would only fulfill these promises to those He named in the promise. He named the people that He promised. وَعَدَ اللَّهُ الَّذِينَ آمَنُوا. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala had made a promise to those who believed and what? Did righteousness. وَعَمِلُوا الصَّالِحَاتِ لَيَسْتَخْلِفَنَّهُمْ فِي الْأَرْضِ. That He would give them the power on earth. لَيَسْتَخْلِفَنَّهُمْ فِي الْأَرْضِ. He will make them succeed each other in controlling and running the earth. Okay? How does He do that? He does it in a mysterious way. But not so mysterious. He gave us the signs. And He gave us the rules that He uses to deploy and to influence what goes on earth. He told us whom is He going to give victory to. And when a nation or a person is so wrong that they are not heeding anything, the power of Allah will come to break them in half or more than half, or to demolish them completely. So we know He promised good and He threatened with punishment in this life and in the hereafter. We can never take Allah for granted. And this is one thing one can never overemphasize. We can never and should never take Allah for granted. He said, إن الله لا يغير ما بقوم حتى يغيروا ما بأنفسهم. The signals that go from your heart to your soul, that tells the soul, I like this, go ahead and get it for me, that signal has to change. That signal has to change. If you like Allah and what He likes, what is in your soul will change, and your soul will desire what is good. It becomes nafs mutma'inna, because it's connected to the commands of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. It starts to love. It starts to rest. It's not restless. It's not living in anxiety. Neither is it living in depression. It is living a stable life. So brothers and sisters, all what it takes is to change those signals. Whatever Allah gives you, ask yourself, what is the purpose? What could be the purpose that Allah gave me A, B, or C? He has everything for a purpose. إِنَّا كُلَّ شَيْءٍ خَلَقْنَاهُ بِقَدَرٍ. We have created everything in due measure. Nothing is random. So we have to ask ourselves, why did Allah give me this? How could I use it to please Him? But if we don't, and when we think that it is all mine, I earned it all, it is my intelligence, we are defeating the purpose for which Allah has created us. We're defeating ourselves. We are deceiving ourselves from the right to a better destiny with Allah by succumbing to our feelings that are false. Anybody can make you feel anything. Have you ever watched a movie? Who didn't? Right? Does it make you sometimes feel sympathy to what is going on, sympathy to one actor or another, right? One character or another? Does it make you feel concerned about something? Anybody can generate feelings in your heart that are nothing to do, have nothing to do with the reality. It's all artificial. Likewise, this life for many of us is like a movie, but for them they are taking it seriously. So Allah is drawing our attention, saying, this life is like a game, it's like a toy. Take it like a movie. Be a wise observant. Take lessons, fine. But don't indulge that you forget what you have been created for. Let the movie go by. Contribute to make this life as best as you can, but do not become a character player in the movie. Don't become a character player that you are moved by the strings of the producer, the shaitan. Brothers and sisters, we can do better, and inshallah we will do better. But we have to make the determination that we really want to do better. And that's why the Quran lays the entire responsibility on our shoulder. If you want this life and the pleasure of this life, you will get part of this life. But if you want the hereafter, and you work the works for the hereafter, then you get the eternal reward for the hereafter. You have to make a choice. We have to choose between, not that one has to come at the expense of the other, because this life is the only bridge we have to go to the next one, and you cannot destroy the bridge that you will use to cross to a better place, hopefully. Brothers and sisters, tomorrow, inshallah, Saturday, the 3rd of October, Dar al-Hijrah is holding its annual fundraising dinner. And I know that many of you may not be aware of this or have not purchased your tickets yet. We urge you not only to purchase the tickets, but to come and attend the dinner. I want to let you know that your detractors, the Sharia Alliance or the anti-Sharia forces, the right-wing conspirators, are rallying their troops to come and demonstrate against Dar al-Hijrah at the fundraising dinner. Should this bring us in numbers or in less numbers? Should they see that we are afraid, or should they see that we believe in what we believe in and we are going to stand for our faith? It's a challenge. But Allah does not charge anyone with something they cannot do. He wouldn't put us here had He not known that we can do it.